Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning into your January 6-card monthly reading. I am an intuitive tarot card reader and I will be pulling out 6 cards to draw out some messages that might resonate for you for the month of January. Now, if you're new to the channel and not familiar with the way I do things, Libra, I do provide an extended version, the link to which will be available below in the Show More section. You're more than welcome to check out the trailer for these extended reads. Otherwise, this reading can be applicable for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's jump into it and see what comes up for the sign of Libra. Okay, there might be someone around you this month. Could be you, could be someone around you who's self-sabotaging or causing a bit of drama around you here. Now, the Tower card isn't always bad, but it can represent chaos or a shake-up of some kind, or a dramatic turn of events. Now, this can be involving love, it can be involving career, it can be a decision or a choice that needs to be made. Because we see the fire and the lightning strike figure in these cards here, it almost makes me think of, you know, wrath or striking someone or feeling someone's anger or electricity. So electric connections, electric chemistry, could even be one-night stands. The Tower can often symbolize a phallic symbol here. So for a lot of you, it is destructive patterns in some regard here, either from a person in a relationship or even in a career setting. So you might notice these things come to a climax in the month of January. There is 2 people figured in the cards here, so it could involve either a friend or a lover or someone you work with, directly involving another person, or 2, it could involve 2 or 3 people as well here. So the Tower card is coming up here for you this month. It is sitting above the 2 of Swords, so something you didn't see coming potentially, something that you chose to turn a blind eye to, Libra, something that you weren't aware of, or something that you had blocked, especially if you've blocked people or certain energies away from you, if you're trying to move on or heal or walk away from toxic situations. These situations may try to come back to you or may be orbiting around you. The 7 of Swords is this somewhat deceptive and peculiar figure here. He technically steals the swords and is walking away, hoping that no one would catch him or no one could catch him in the act, so to speak. But I feel like you're definitely wising up about a situation. It's either A, you're going to catch them in the act, or you're going to catch someone out for their dishonesty, their deception, or the fact that they're orbiting you. Now, this could even be, say, for example, someone looking at you, stalking your social media, someone that's sort of on the outskirts, hasn't reached out as yet, but they're sort of orbiting around you, and you might notice that. They might do something, they might stuff up a little bit, and technically you'll catch them out. This could also be you here, Libra. You might be treading very lightly around a situation. So you might be feeling like you're walking on eggshells. Maybe you're scared to get caught in the act somehow. Maybe you're aware of something that's happening and you know it's not good, it's not healthy, it's not tolerated, but you're still continuing to partake in it. Maybe there's theft in a business. Maybe there's someone who's trying to detour or bypass rules or regulations. It's someone potentially not playing by the rules here, okay? So this is quite interesting. Now, you do also have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles can be a Taurus coming in here. You also have the sign of Virgo. So these signs might be around you in the month of January. And this is, I feel like monetarily or career-wise, some of you are reaching new heights. It could also symbolize an expensive or lavish new asset, a car, a luxury item, a home, a new franchise, a new office space, or it could be someone who's highly influential, well-connected, and quite affluent coming in around you, okay? There could be lots of large purchases, transactions in terms of income. With the Tower card, be careful that you're not overindulging, I suppose, here. But for the most part, the King of Pentacles, because he's ruled by Venus, Venus is the epitome of luxury, of romance, sex, and eroticism. So for a lot of you, these concepts are coming up here, or you're going to start talking about them. It could be flirtatious energy. It could be conversation. If you're working with someone here, and conversation might become more personal with this person, for example, especially if you're romantically interested in them, Libra. But I definitely feel you have a better relationship, anything to do with Venus energy. Okay. Regardless of your gender, you've come up as the Queen, which is very powerful, very goal-oriented, well-gripped, switched on, witty, alert, able, and assertive. So you're really assertive in all things Venus or Taurian. King of Pentacles is very well cultured, worldly, affluent, yes. So you might be immersing yourself into that world, attending nice venues, beautiful events, being connected to people that want to offer you romance. But this is the ultimate settling down card. There is no king, there is no other that surpasses the King of Pentacles. He is the last king in the deck, so he's full of wisdom and life experience. So there's one area of your life that's really going to settle down and become definitely more deeply rooted than you've previously seen in your former years, days, months, or weeks. Okay, Libra? Moving on, the Two of Swords is here, so there's the indecisiveness or a decision that needs to be made, or something that you've blocked off emotions, suppressed emotions. The moon can sometimes symbolize a Cancer here, can also symbolize the subconscious, things that we've kept blocked or hidden, or things we're not actively aware of, which is often embedded in the deep, dark recesses of our subconscious. So things that, or intentions, inhibitions, might come to the surface here. And they could be somewhat cataclysmic. And I say that only because the Tower card sits right above the Two of Swords. A fork in the road, yes. A decision that needs to be made, yes. Indecisiveness, absolutely. The blindfold, not seeing the situation for what it really is, or being in the dark about a situation until you finally shine light on it, which is bound to happen here with the Hermit. The Hermit is a figure of solitude and autonomy, often coming into himself here, being deeply analytical or assessing a situation. And for a lot of you, Virgo energy here could indicate that you need to withdraw from a situation, or you might end up withdrawing from a situation here to reflect and think about things on a much more deeper level. He's got the lantern here because he's guided by the light. So some of you, there's a situation that's going to be thrown in the limelight, in the spotlight. It might be public knowledge. It could be quite scandalous. There might be secrets that come out, or things that, you didn't want to come out. They might. Okay, the Queen of Swords is very knowledgeable and aware of what's going on. So there's some sort of awareness, something that's going to be brought to your attention here with the Hermit. And it could result in you, if this is in a relationship, for example, it could be resulting in you wanting space from someone, breaking up from someone, or taking a step back in a relationship. If this is in a career or a business setting, you might want to branch out on your own, but you will need that time to think and assess things here with the Hermit card. Now, the Hermit also seeks perfectionism. Some of you are fighting for perfection or expecting someone to be perfect, and it's either you haven't looked within and noticed you too are not perfect, or B, there's this self-critical or self-sabotaging behavior that is coming up with that Hermit. So self-critical, because the Virgo is so alert in things, so driven by the need to compartmentalize things. This is a situation that's going to require a lot of that. And look, it could even be something about the past. You might find out something that may not sit necessarily well with you, Libra. Sometimes the Virgo can be harsh in his judgments, in his criticisms, in his conclusions. And I don't know if there's a situation here where you might feel like you're being judged, or there's a lot of judgment happening around you with the Hermit card. That could also be the case. For some of you, it could indicate something completely unattached to these other cards here. It could signify independent ventures, autonomy, and independent, a freelancing project, becoming more independent as a person, becoming single, or wanting singledom, creating your own business, or something of this kind here as well. And then you do have the Queen of Swords. I think for the most part, she can represent a very important situation or a topic that needs to be addressed here. She does represent open lines of communication, and in terms of mentality, communication, messages, awareness, attitude, you're going from the 2 to the 7 to the Queen. So I definitely feel you're wising up about a situation, and the way things will unfold for you throughout January. Queen of Swords, you're left with a lot of information. You've reflected on it, and there's an important decision that you're going to make. She holds the sword. She's free, okay? She's liberated to make her own decision. So I feel you hold power, or you will have the upper hand in a situation in the month of January to make the decision of some kind here. Important issues that might be addressed: improved communication with friends, lovers, and people that you work with, a better relationship with money, in your relationship, sex, romance, luxury items, monetary gains, and things of that nature. That could also affect you in a positive way here, because the things that you're going to endure in January will leave you in a very prime position to make major decisions, major judgment calls, and things of that nature here. But lots of communication towards the end of January, potentially. People reaching out, people wanting to connect, people wanting your writing, people wanting to hear from you or see you or connect with you or talk things over, and whatever that might be here to you, Libra. But there might be a want, okay, for that to happen. I will leave your reading at that though, so thank you again for tuning in. I will be continuing with your extended, which will be available via the link below. Otherwise, have a fantastic month, Libra, and we shall speak soon.